Does the process of buying a home make your brain go round and round? Well, don't worry. Watch the video and find out how it can help. Hey, I'm Kevin Scharfenberg with the T&RD Homes Real Estate Group. Are you thinking about buying a home? Step number one, make sure that you have some money saved up. You're gonna need money for your deposit. In BC, the minimum down payment is 5%. So if you're buying a $300,000 home, you're gonna need to have $15,000 to put down for your deposit. If you're buying an investment property, that's gonna be 20%. You're also gonna wanna have some money set aside for the deposit of the purchase. And what this is for is your brokerage that's representing you is going to hold that in their trust account, and it's generally around $5,000 to $10,000 more if you're looking at the higher priced homes. And this is to make the seller confident that you're not going to walk away from the deal once you've removed your subjects, and that money will go towards the purchase price in the end. Step number two, please make sure that you've been pre-approved. You need to go talk to your lender, the bank that you normally deal with, and say you're ready to start the home buying process. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna call you in, they're gonna figure out what kind of income you bring in, what kind of expenses you have going out, and then they're gonna let you know you can go look at homes up to this amount. I'd hate for you to go out and have a look at a home, put an offer in, just to find out that you're not actually pre-approved for that amount. You're not only wasting your time, you're wasting the seller's time. It's also good to have a pre-approval in this nice hot market right now, so when you do put an offer in, you can attach that pre-approval letter to let them know that you've already sat down with your bank. Step number three, choosing your agent. So now you've been pre-approved, you have your deposit money set, you need to reach out to an agent to help you get into these homes that are listed on the market. There's lots of great agents for you to choose from. I just recommend reaching out to the agent that works best with you. Not all agents are equal, so some people do things a little bit differently, and not everybody has the same personality. So I'd reach out to somebody that one, has experience, two, is a pleasure to be around, and three, is ready to protect your interest and listen to what you're looking for and help you find that perfect home, not just bring you to the most expensive place to get the most amount of commission. Step number four, this is where all of the fun begins. You get to go out and find your perfect home that's gonna work just for you or you and your family. You've chatted with your agent, you let them know how much you're pre-approved for, how many bedrooms and bathrooms that you want, the area of town you want to live in, if you're close to schools or close to work. One thing you should do is at least look at 3 properties if you can, if there's 3 available on the market, and don't jump into the first one that you see. Unless after you've looked at the other properties, you feel like that first one is perfect for you, by all means, write an offer. I just hate to see people rush into something because they're worried nothing else is going to come available, and then they're upset in the end that they bought this house. So take your time, find the right house that's gonna work for you. Step number 5, when you're at that house and you get that feeling, hey, this is the one we wanna write on, you should look around and have a look at the age of the windows and the age of the roof and the age of the furnace and the age of the hot water tank, because when you put that offer in, the listing realtor should have priced that home accordingly to take into consideration about the age of these things. So once you do your home inspection, you're not trying to, renegotiate the price for things that you saw on your walk around. You should also keep in your mind the things that you want the seller to leave for you and the things that you want the seller to take. So you're gonna sit down and write this offer up. Your realtor is gonna let you know what price range that they think is a reasonable offer to put in. It's different in different markets. If it's a seller's market and there's multiple offers, it's really hard to get a good deal. If it's a buyer's market, well then you have a better chance. You're gonna sit down and you're gonna put in the completion dates and the possession dates that you're looking for, so when the deal's gonna finish, and then the day that you're gonna move in, and then the realtor's gonna put in some subjects to protect you. So we generally see a financing subject, and I know you're being pre-approved before you started this whole process, but the bank's gonna wanna make sure that the house is the value that you're actually paying for it. So sometimes they'll order an appraisal just to make sure that it's good. And if they don't think that it's worth the value and they're not gonna give you the money, well then you're able to back away from the deal. The other one we put in is subject to a home inspection. And that's really just to give you a market snapshot of what you're buying and see anything that we weren't able to see while you were out viewing the home. So if there's mold in the attic, or there's a cracked truss, or there's something crazy going on with the electrical panel, those are things that you can say, hey, like this is too much for me to take on. I'm gonna step away from the deal. Or you can try to reach out to the listing realtor and maybe you guys can renegotiate a price that makes both people happy. It's gonna cost $10,000. Well, maybe they'll take care of that whole thing for the deal to complete, or maybe you guys can split it, $5,000 each. You can try to figure something out that works for both of you so that deal continues. You get to move into that perfect home with some minimal work, and the seller gets to move on. And then we also put in a subject to insurance clause, and that's just to make sure that you can get home insurance on the property that's affordable at a good rate and you're gonna be covered. And sometimes in the summer months, we'll put an extension clause in there, and that's just if there's a forest fire within 50 kilometers, I believe it is, the insurance company won't actually bind your insurance. So then what happens? Well, you don't want to be worried that you're not going to complete the deal, so we put in extensions to hopefully allow for enough time for that fire to move away, and the insurance company will bind that insurance for you. So all those are in there to protect you, and generally they're around 10 to 14 business days for you to do that. Some things to add for that, writing your offer, make sure that you also have some money saved up for your inspections. If you're buying a home, in a subdivision area, generally you're just gonna have a home inspection. But if you're buying in a rural property, you're gonna have a home inspection, possibly a septic inspection, possibly a well inspection. If there's a pool inspection. So those range from $500 to $750 each one. So you're gonna wanna have some money set aside to pay for those inspections to make sure that you're covering yourself. Step number 6, we've made it through the subjects, everything's removed. Now you need to choose a lawyer or a notary. They're gonna draft up all of the legal paperwork for you so that when it comes time to completion, that home goes into your name seamlessly. Now, keep in mind, this is also another added expense. So you're gonna wanna save up anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500, give or take. Each person's different, so you can shop around and find the one that's right for you. And lastly, step number 7, move into your home. What an exciting time this is. So that's quite a long process from start to finish. Another thing to keep in mind on the possession date is that not everybody has the same idea of clean. So as much as in the contract we put in there that the house is gonna be clean prior to you guys moving in, sometimes it's just not as clean as you would like. So allow yourself a couple hours when you first get there to possibly go in and give it a little touch up so it's nice and clean to your specifications when you move in. So if you're looking to buy or sell, you can reach out to me anytime. My number's down below, or the email's right here too. Send me an email, send me a text, give me a call. I'd love to find out what you're looking for and get you into your new home.